went to a singles mixer, and only women showed up.
Okay, so we just left the event, right?
It's so bad.
I think we were just saying that we think that we've actually hit rock bottom.
No, it was actually.
We think we've actually hit rock bottom, and I think we were either punked, catfished,
like
or
it felt like a sick joke. I was like literally thinking to myself, like, why am I like, how did I get here?
How did I get here?
Guys have made it in, and they got to just pick wherever they wanted to sit and who they wanted to start dating, and I'm alone. So many girls. Well, I know we're all like, so the guys paid to be here. That's what's weird, and there's a lot more girls than guys, so that's weird. And it's not a situation of like where you date everyone and you just say yes or no or something, and at the end, if you both said yes to each other, you hang out later. You ask to match right away, and you like give the person like your QR code, and then you just like basically ask to match with them. Like the girl, they were saying like, ladies, you should initiate. Like, guys love when you initiate. I'm sorry, what? And once you match with someone, you go next door, and there's like an open bar, and you all hang out. So they're like, we're really encouraging you to match. And I'm like, well, I'll match for an open bar, but I'm not gonna match. Like, I don't know, it just like doesn't really make any fucking sense. But there's so many girls here, everyone's so pretty, but the vibes are a little weird.
Men have disappeared from singles events, and women are starting to freak out. But the reason is simple. Nobody wants to talk about it. Today, I'm going to explain why.
So I have to cancel the singles event that I planned to be on my farm this weekend. Y'all know I'm an event planner, and I have a fish farm, and I advertised a Fishing for Love event where singles could come here and fish and have dinner and meet each other in person, not on a dating app. And 5 women RSVP'd yes, and 1 man. And even the 1 man that did RSVP did it through one of the ladies. Now, I did all of my marketing specifically towards men because I knew that the women would RSVP. I promoted the event on 45 different Facebook groups, specifically about hunting, fishing, camping, country life, and all local to my area. I know that my post reached over 12,000 people specific to the age group, the gender, and the interests that I just described. And yet, no man RSVP'd. So let's talk about why men are not RSVPing and attending these singles meet and greets. So I read something that said that men are just more spontaneous, they just want to show up, but I don't think that's true because men have no problem buying their season tickets to a football game a year in advance, being on time for their fantasy football event, being at a 7 a.m. golf tee time. So the issue must be that they're just not interested in attending these singles meet and greets. I also read that men don't really like the pressure of meeting a woman in a formal dating experience, and they prefer meeting a woman naturally, like at a bar or a concert. But like, don't we all? Now remember, I chose an event that men love doing, and I get men here every day at my farm fishing. I chose a fishing event because as an event planner, I know that I have to always have something for men to be doing. Men don't enjoy just standing around talking like women do. So that's why I chose fishing as the predominant activity. And yet they still didn't want to come. So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events. Because all I hear is them on social media talking about how lonely they are and how they all want to meet a woman and how much they hate the apps. So what do you think?
Your frustration is legitimate, but it reveals a point that modern women insist on ignoring. Men are no longer falling for the event planned for them trick, when in reality, these events only benefit women. You say you did everything thinking about them, but deep down, the traditional man sees this as just another environment set up to make him feel pressured to perform and make himself available. Besides, the man with values today understands that these encounters only happen because women have become too selective in daily life. And now, they need forced events to find someone. In the end, they prefer the silence and freedom of fishing alone rather than an event where they feel they'll be judged the entire time.
So I went to a singles event, and when I got there, it was literally 90% women. And I was like, I'm gonna go now.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee shops? I'm so tired of like going to a bar or like go to different events and they're like 90% of the ladies and only 3 men hang out in the corner. Do you guys just not leave the house or like go outside? Yeah, I would love to stop using all the dating apps that are just not working anymore and start meeting people in real life organically. But where do men usually hang out? I feel like I've been looking at the wrong places. So let me know in comments.
You're starting to notice what many still deny. Men are withdrawing from the game. And it's not because they don't leave the house, it's because they've already realized that in these environments, especially organized for singles, the game is rigged. They arrive, they're the minority, and yet the filter of demands, expectations, and judgments over them is enormous. They don't want to pay the emotional and financial price to be treated as disposable or invisible. So they're where respect and peace still exist, usually far away from these artificial events.
So I went to a singles event last night in downtown Phoenix. I had seen their events on TikTok and it looked super fun, but it was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I swear on the TikTok that I saw was that they had you fill out a questionnaire, and at some point in the night they like grouped people into groups so that you could mingle and get to know people out of your comfort zone, whatever. That's not what happened last night. It was at Pemberton, but the bar was still open to the public, so the event was just sectioned off in half the bar. But once you got into the event area, it was just like you were at a bar. There was nothing that made it special to a singles event to help you try to get to know people besides everyone in the bar was single. But then to enjoy like Pemberton, you had to go out of the event area to get drinks. So like I paid for a ticket for like a private area of the bar, but it kind of defeated the purpose. I still had a fun night with my girls. I would highly not recommend going by yourself. There was like hundreds of people at this thing. There's no way I could have gone alone.
Your story just proves the point. These events have become more of a showcase than a genuine space for connection. They're marketing environments full of appearances where the man enters already knowing he'll have no advantage. Besides, the superficiality and chaos of the environment make the traditional man uncomfortable. He doesn't want to throw himself into the fire of a poorly structured event, where the risk of being ridiculed or ignored is sky high. For him, it's either something serious, structured, and without games, or he doesn't waste his time.
Men always assume this, and I, for the life of me, do not understand. Anytime my friend and I invite guys to come to our singles events, they always assume that it's going to be 80% majority men. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, I think it's going to be a sausage fest. Like, I think I speak for most guys when I say, like, we're not going to come because it's all going to be other guys. That's not the case, ever. Like, I've gone to multiple singles events. I'm hosting singles events now myself. In every situation, it's majority women. And they're all really cool, fun, attractive women. In New York, women here, in my personal experience, they are very willing to sign up for events. They're willing to put in effort to make connections with people, both platonic and romantic. And I have found it not to be the case for men. So I don't know where that perception's coming from. If anyone has any idea, what is that barrier? The reason that we're reaching out to these men is because it's harder to get men to sign up for these events. And yet when we ask them to sign up, they say they don't want to sign up because they think it will all be men. And it's like, no, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because there is no men. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
It's simple. Men are tired of being tricked. They say the event is full of amazing women, but his experience has already shown that even in these environments, the dynamic favors women. They choose, reject, and leave unharmed, while he pays the price of public rejection. And worse, many have noticed that modern women use these events more as entertainment and ego boosts than with real intention to build something. That's why the self-respecting man prefers not to show up. He isn't afraid. He just stopped exposing himself to environments where he knows the game is rigged against him.
At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise to like get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected. And when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappear.
You can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You could hide.
At least you got closer to the truth. Men today, especially those who value their dignity, understand that these environments are emotional traps. The pressure to do well at such an event only favors a woman who can filter, reject, and choose without the slightest embarrassment. The man, if he doesn't perform well, becomes the joke or a mere statistic. Meanwhile, at the bar or in informal settings, he can try, observe, and decide without the weight of public failure. Male pride and the instinct for self-preservation speak louder, and rightfully so.
there's been a rise in singles events, meeting people kind of off apps, getting people off apps is a big thing. What a lot of the stats show is that people that go to these events are mainly women. Why do you think men don't go to these things?
What nightclubs are to men is what single events are to women. So if you're a guy going to a nightclub, one, you're going to have to pay to go in. Women go in free a lot of the time because the clubs are looking for women because they bring the guys, right? So the clubs invite women because it brings the guys. So one, you're going to have to pay more than a woman to go in. Two, realistically, to get any kind of attention or succeed with a girl, you kind of have to be in the top 5% of guys in the club, either in terms of looks, in terms of status, or in terms of money.
Table.
Right? Exactly. 3, 9 times out of 10, the kind of girls who are regulars at nightclubs generally aren't the kind of girls that you're wanting to choose for a wife anyway. They don't have certain qualities that you're looking for long term.
The message is clear. Men didn't disappear. They simply chose to protect their time, their energy, and their dignity. And until women understand that respect and genuine connection matter more than staged events, nothing's going to change. It's not fear, it's self-respect. And if you want to hear the real reasons why men are walking away from modern dating altogether, stick around. The next video is going to hit even harder.